that pushed me and encouraged me to get up and keep on going. So for those of you all who are caring for somebody, keep at it. Just do one step at a time. It's not that we don't want you to help us. Sometimes we just don't even know what we need. And so we want to fight back because we really want to be in control. And if we give it over to you, that means we're not in control anymore. Well, I can tell you now, 2 years, well, I'm over 2 years over this, and I can tell you that I'm not into control anymore at all. I love having somebody get up and make me do this, or go to the gym with me, go teach me how to eat better. I have taken every kind of class you can think of, and I am not afraid to say I don't know how, and I can't, I need help. And I am really, really grateful that I've been able to say I need help to get through this. I've needed the healing hands of other people to wrap around me and to prompt me to be better. And remember, I told you I wanted to thrive. And as I would lay there thinking, gosh, I don't even think I can make it till tomorrow, much less thrive anymore. But you know what? If you just hang in there long enough, and if you just pay attention to the people around you and the things that are going on around you, you'll find there are many little wonderful morsels out there. Remember the book I told you about? I never thought I was an author, but I was this close to being done writing that book when I was diagnosed. And I could have cared less if the book ever got done. But my little grandson of all people picked up the phone one day and he's like, Grammy, when are you going to finish Pink Lemonade? And I'll tell you what, just hearing his little voice, that's all he had to say to me. And I got out of bed, which I hadn't been out of bed now in a couple of weeks because I was really weak and just in that mindset of I'm not going anywhere. Just that little voice. And I got up, went back to my office, started writing, got it finished, went to the printer. Here we are. And today my son and I traveled the country. We've actually gone over, is it over 50 now, Adam?
40.
40,000 miles, I guess. Been to almost every state, some of them 2 or 3 times. And we are just so blessed to be able to be sharing stories of hope and inspiration to people around this country. Because if you allow the disease to take you down, you can do that. But you can also have the choice. You also have the choice to say, you know what? There's got to be something in there, something that I can share with somebody before my time is up. And if you dig deep enough, it'll probably be something that'll really scare the pants off of you. That's when you got to do it anyway. To be traveling the country and speaking and doing the RV thing, there is no way I thought I could do that because of all the surgeries. But that's when the RV came about. Well, gee, wait a minute, now I could do this. Because if I'm in the RV that way, Adam, he's a good driver. He could drive me around. I could still write. I could still finish my book, and I could do other books. But I'm not going to mess up my hip and back. They're already challenged. Because I haven't forgotten my lessons. I still have to take care of myself so that I can keep on going, keep on moving. And I'm just very grateful to God and very blessed that I've been able to share this time with you guys today. And I just encourage each one of you to just please step out, whether you're the caregiver, whether you're the patient, whether you're the neighbor, the friend. Don't be afraid to do what's maybe uncomfortable, but your little voice is sharing. Do it. Step out and do it. Maybe it's a neighbor that you heard was diagnosed and you've never spoken to that neighbor in your life. Look what Rita did for me. Who would have thought that I'd be all these miles, all these years later, after she was gone? It is such an awesome opportunity. And so when I hear that somebody has been diagnosed, I think, wow, what an opportunity. That person has to soar. The people around them get to soar. We get to fight and battle something together. And we can always make this outcome better than hearing the words, you have cancer, and thinking that it's got to be something bad, because it doesn't. There are many, many, many good things that can happen. And now I know as you guys all sit here and thinking, well, we can't write books or we can't do this. You know, one of the most important people that I learned from as a nurse when I was in the hospitals taking care of people was a little patient that used to sit in her chair. She'd come in to get her chemo, and honest to goodness, every week that she came in, she had a little joke that she would tell us, nurses and the doctors. They wrote a book about her. That's all she did was show up every day. She showed up. Back then you had to do chemo twice a day, morning and evening. People had to take treatments. Can you imagine? We've come a long, long way. But people had to do that twice a day. But that's all she did was show up. And this was years ago, and people still talk about that woman because she was funny. She made them laugh. She made the nurses and doctors laugh. She would tell them a joke. And she wasn't a particularly funny person. She just looked up the little jokes in her little book because that's what got her through her cancer. And she was helping inspire those nurses and doctors. So I just ask you guys today, just please dig down deep, find out what you're really made out of. What you're really made out of. And if it scares you, do it anyway. Thank you all.